Abdul Sattar Edhi was a prominent Pakistani philanthropist, social activist, ascetic and humanitarian. He was the founder and head of the Edhi Foundation in Pakistan and ran the organization for the better part of 6 decades. He was known as Angel of Mercy and was considered Pakistan's most respected and legendary figure. In 2013, the Huffington Post said that he might be the world's greatest living humanitarian. Revered by many as a national hero, Edhi created a charitable empire out of nothing. He masterminded Pakistan's largest welfare organization almost single-handedly, entirely with private donations. To many, Edhi was known as the Father Teresa of Pakistan. Early life. He was born in Bantwa in the Gujarat, British India into a Memon family. His mother would give him 1 paisa for his meals and another to give to a beggar. When he was 11, his mother became paralyzed from a stroke and she died when Edhi was 19. His personal experiences and care for his mother during her illness caused him to develop a system of services for old, mentally ill and challenged people. The partition of India led Edhi and his family to migrate to Pakistan in 1947. He then shifted to Karachi to work in a market at a wholesale shop. He initially started as a peddler, and later became a commission agent selling cloth in the wholesale market in Karachi. After a few years, he established a free dispensary with help from his community. He told NPR in 2009 that "I saw people lying on the pavement. The flu had spread in Karachi, and there was no one to treat them. So I set up benches and got medical students to volunteer. I was penniless and begged for donations on the street. And people gave. I bought this 8x8 room to start my work." Charity work. People have become educated, but have yet to become human. Quote, Edhi resolved to dedicate his life to aiding the poor, and over the next 60 years, he single-handedly changed the face of welfare in Pakistan. Edhi founded the Edhi Foundation. Additionally, he established the Welfare Trust, named the Edhi Trust with an initial sum of 5,000 rupees which was later renamed as Bilkis Edhi Trust. Regarded as a guardian for the poor, Edhi began receiving numerous donations, which allowed him to expand his services. To this day, the Edhi Foundation continues to grow in both size and service, and is currently the largest welfare organization in Pakistan. Since its inception, the Edhi Foundation has rescued over 20,000 abandoned infants, rehabilitated over 50,000 orphans and has trained over 40,000 nurses. It also runs more than 330 welfare centers in rural and urban Pakistan which operate as food kitchens, rehabilitation homes, shelters for abandoned women and children and clinics for the mentally handicapped. The Edhi Foundation, founded by Edhi, runs the world's largest ambulance service and offers 24-hour emergency services. It also operates free nursing homes, orphanages, clinics, women's shelters, and rehab centers for drug addicts and mentally ill individuals. It has run relief operations in Africa, Middle East, the Caucasus region, Eastern Europe and United States where it provided aid following Hurricane Katrina in 2005. His son Faisal Edhi, wife Bilquis Edhi and daughters managed the daily operations of the organization during his ill health. He was referred as Pakistan's version of Mother Teresa, and the BBC wrote that he was considered Pakistan's most respected figure and was seen by some as almost a saint. Travel issues. In the early 1980s, Edhi was arrested by Israeli troops while entering Lebanon. In 2006, he was detained in Toronto, Canada, for 16 hours. In January 2008, U.S. immigration officials interrogated Edhi at the John F. Kennedy Airport in New York for over 8 hours, and seized his passport and other documents. When asked about the frequent detention, Edhi said, "The only explanation I can think of is my beard and my dress." Personal life. Edhi was married in 1965 to Bilquis, a nurse who worked at the Edhi dispensary. The couple had 4 children, 2 daughters and 2 sons. Bilquis runs the free maternity home at the headquarters in Karachi and organizes the adoption of abandoned babies, including those born out of wedlock. Edhi was known for his ascetic lifestyle, owning only 2 pairs of clothes, never taking a salary from his organization, and living in an apartment next to his organization's office. Illness and death. On the 25th of June 2013, Edhi's kidneys failed. It was announced that he would be on dialysis for the rest of his life unless he found a kidney donor. Edhi died on the 8th of July 2016 at the age of 88 due to kidney failure after having been placed on a ventilator. His last wishes included the request that his organs were to be donated, but due to his ill health, only his corneas were suitable. He was laid to rest at the Edhi village, Karachi. Reactions and funeral reactions to his death came from several high-ranking Pakistani officials. Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif said, "We have lost a great servant of humanity. He was the real manifestation of love for those who were socially vulnerable, impoverished, helpless and poor." The country's head of the army, Raheel Sharif, called him a true humanitarian. Prime Minister Sharif declared national mourning on the day following Edhi's death and announced a state funeral for him. He became the 3rd Pakistani to receive historical state gun carriage funeral after Muhammad Ali Jinnah and Zia-ul-Haq. He was the only Pakistani without a state authority or a state role to receive state funeral. According to Inter-Services Public Relations, state honors were given to Edhi by a Guard of Honor and a 19-gun salute. The attendees at his janazah included dignitaries such as Mamnoon Hussain, Raza Rabbani, Ishrat ul-Abad, Qaim Ali Shah and Shahbaz Sharif. Raheel Sharif along with Muhammad Zakirullah and Suhail Aman at the National Stadium, Karachi. Honors and awards. International awards: Ramon Magsaysay Award for Public Service, Lenin Peace Prize, Paul Harris Fellow from Rotary International, Peace Prize from the former USSR for services during the Armenian earthquake disaster, Hamdan Award for volunteers in humanitarian medical services, UAE. International Balzan Prize for Humanity, Peace and Brotherhood, Italy. Peace and Harmony Award, Delhi. Peace Award, Mumbai. Peace Award, Hyderabad Deccan. Gandhi Peace Award, Delhi. Peace Award, Seoul. Honorary Doctorate from the Institute of Business Administration, Karachi. UNESCO Madanjit Singh Prize, Ahmadiyya Muslim Peace Prize. Honorary Doctorate by the University of Bedfordshire. National Award Silver Jubilee Shield by College of Physicians and Surgeons. Moise Rayman Award, the Social Worker of Subcontinent by Government of Sindh. Nishan-e-Imtiaz, Civil Decoration from the Government of Pakistan. Recognition of meritorious services to oppressed humanity during the 1980s by Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Government of Pakistan. Pakistan Civic Award from the Pakistan Civic Society. Jinnah Award for Outstanding Services to Pakistan was conferred in April 1998 by the Jinnah Society. This was the first Jinnah Award conferred on any person in Pakistan. Shield of Honor by Pakistan Army. Khidmat Award by the Pakistan Academy of Medical Sciences. Bacha Khan Aman Award in 1991. Human Rights Award by Pakistan Human Rights Society. 2013 Person of the Year by the readers of the Express Tribune. Commemorative coin. By directive of the Prime Minister, State Bank of Pakistan will release the commemorative coin in honor of Pakistani philanthropist through a special condolence reference for Edhi. Proposals in 2011. Yusuf Raza Gilani, the then Prime Minister of Pakistan, recommended Edhi for a nomination of Nobel Peace Prize. Again in early 2016, a petition signed by 30,000 for a Nobel Peace Prize to Edhi was moved by Revered and Yousafzai, the father of Malala Yousafzai. In her condolence message on Edhi's death, broadcast by BBC Urdu service, Malala quoted that, "As a Nobel Peace Prize winner, I hold the right to nominate people for the prize, and I have nominated Abdul Sattar Edhi." Najm Sethi, a governing board member of Pakistan Cricket Board, proposed to rename Gaddafi Stadium after Edhi. Bibliography: India Today, Volume 15, Part 2, The University of Virginia, 1990, p. 1. Lorenzo Raponi, Michelle Zanzucci, half of 2 paces. The Extraordinary Mission of Abdul Sattar Edhi and Bilquis Edhi, translated from Italian by Lorraine Buckley, Oxford University Press, Pakistan, p. 172, ISBN 9780199068524, K. E. C. Avan, Edhi, The University of Michigan, p. 114. Robert Baer, Dana Baer, The Company We Keep, A Husband and Wife True Life Spy Story, Crown, Archetype, p. 273, ISBN 9780307588816-6. Far Eastern Economic Review, 1996, p. 61. Temina Dirani, Abdul Sattar Edhi, An Autobiography, A Mirror to the Blind, The University of Michigan.